Yeah, now stand and cheer for your Talking Basketball podcast.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Talking Basketball podcast.
So different, isn't it?
That was definitely different.
Try and say new, mate.
Well, I mean, you've always got to do that occasionally, haven't you, in life? But thank you for listening once again to another Talking Basketball podcast. I am Mark.
I am Paul.
And today,
What are you talking about, Mark?
the NBA.
The NBA.
The NBA.
We started with the NBA Cup. That was absolutely amazing this year, all the way up to the semi-finals.
All the way up to the semi-finals. Do you know
No
what?
one cares after that. No one cares.
Well, except if you're from Brooklyn or anywhere else. Like
No
that.
one cares after the semi-final.
But look, first of all, spoiler alert, the Knicks won it.
Yeah, spoiler alert. If you haven't been up to date for the last week, you should be shot for one. And then two, you're a bit late. So
I mean, look, it's the first bit of what I think is really interesting about it was that it's the first bit of silverware essentially the Knicks have won in like 4 decades.
they're not putting up a banner. They've said they're not putting a banner up.
I know, that's what confused me though.
Hang on, is this the third NBA Cup now?
Third, yeah.
So Lakers got the first one. Who got the second one? Who won it last year?
Milwaukee.
Oh, yeah, Milwaukee. Both of those guys have put a banner up. New York
Yeah,
have
I
gone,
was really confused
no.
why they were like, yeah, we're not going to do that.
nah.
Especially as the fact that, you know, New York hasn't won anything in 4 decades. If you look at it that way, in our lifetime, New York hasn't won anything.
That says what they think about the value of the banner. In my mind,
Well, it does, but it also brings into question, it shows them what they value the NBA Cup as. Because they're like, well, we won it. And they're making a big deal out of that they won it. And they're like, well, it can't be that big a deal because you would put a banner up.
yeah, or maybe at the very least, like put an engraving of something up somewhere.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense
Put
to
a
me.
jersey on a wall or something like that. I don't know. Put something up somewhere. I bet they will.
I wonder if in let's say 5 years or so, 5 or 8 years, once they've got the 10th NBA Cup that's done, and they're like, okay, this is here to stay. That's when they do. I mean,
Yeah, it needs legacy. I think the NBA Cup, we've said this, like the value of it comes after 20, 30 years of like everyone's used to it. This is a big deal.
I'm going to be
Best
controversial.
trophy, I think. Best trophy in
Controversial.
the NBA. It looks great. I love it.
Yeah, it does look brilliant, and the way they make people walk past it and do the way that they've played
Count
it.
the chips. Players counting the chips in the trophy. That's
Yeah,
funny.
And they have the courts that are updated and they look fresh, and the kits look fresh. It's a great idea. It's really visual. My only thing, personally, is that obviously they named it the NBA Cup after we told them it should be called the NBA Cup.
We should have a little asterisk. It says NBA Cup nameth after the talketh podcasteth.
I mean, they just saying silver if you want to chuck a few shekels this way.
Look, we've got
but-
loads of ideas, man, haven't we?
Listen, we got plenty of them.
Look, that was one golden nugget we threw their way.
All I'm going to
We
say
know you're listening.
is that the Lakers should not have been the team that won the first one. And maybe it's a controversial take, but I think it was really boring.
Why not?
Because they, you know, that happens that the second biggest team in the NBA market, the second most expensive team, blah, blah,
What,
blah.
you saying it was rigged? If it was rigged, you'd have had Boston in there as well.
Yeah, okay, we won't, that's its own podcast, that there's a lot of things going on in the NBA that we don't know about.
Basketball rigging. We could do a whole podcast on that. We could probably do a few episodes. I've got some great examples of that.
Yeah, there's a whole,
let's do it.
thing of it. Yeah, we'll do that.
Oh, shout out. Just shout out if you want us to do us a basketball rigging.
In fact, not only shout out if you want us to do it, tell us the thing that you want us to talk about with the rigging, because there's enough.
Yeah, there's a few.
There's enough out there, but there's, you know, I'm not allowed to mention this team, but I'm wearing their jersey at the moment.
What, the Dallas Mavericks Christmas jumper you got on?
So it's Christmas. Why
You're not allowed to say that, Mark.
I'm not exactly. I
Why?
can't say it, but you tell me off every time I say Dallas. But
Oh, you haven't said it in such a long time that I've switched off to it so you can say it now.
amazing.
It was more, oh, there's a colour blue. Dallas wear blue.
Well, look,
All right.
LeBron's out. Everyone's bored of LeBron. I mean, let's get into that then. I don't know if you've seen the clips where Lakers head coach is screaming at LeBron to like get back on. Yeah, he's get back. He's shouting, LeBron, get back there. He's shouting at him. LeBron's dapping up some guy on the other bench, like, hey man, how's it going? Just chatting away to him. And you've not seen all the clips.
No.
He's treating this like it's his, like he's a kid at school. Like, I've made it. I don't care. That's what LeBron's like now. Why is that? They got
really? Like, he's not getting what? Did he score and was like doing a special handshake or something?
Yeah, he was doing. Yeah, the clock was still running. They called a timeout. He's trying to call him in. JJ's calling him in. He ain't interested. He's doing his own thing. He's chatting to someone on the opposite team, like on the bench, and you're like, what are you doing? And why is that? Because he'd got his 10 points for that game, and he wants to keep his double digits in every single game streak going, or whatever it is that he's got. It's just stat padding again. It's really boring. And you look at it and you go, well, why is this? And you go, well, because LA have got their franchise player now, haven't they?
Yeah.
I do, I'm not going to bang on about it, but I do love the fact there's a meme going around, if you haven't seen it, where they've got AI on with Magic Johnson, and Magic Johnson's announcing, saying we're releasing our next.
Oh, no, I've not seen that one.
Next jersey into the rafters, and it says Nico Harrison on the back.
Oh, yeah, I have seen that one. Yeah.
And you look at, but look, Luka looks really lean at the moment, and he's clearly out for it.
My favourite meme at the moment is all these players that are coming up for retirement. So it says LeBron, 19 years, coming up for retirement. And right on the bottom it says Bronny James, 2 years. Like, I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah, look, I mean,
when LeBron retires,
he's gone.
Like, come on. Daddy's not around. I don't mean to say it like that, but Daddy's not around. You'll be in the G League.
Go in the G League. You do all right in there. He's a solid player in the G League, and he has been playing really well there. But it's like, you're not an NBA player. There's such a gulf in that jump.
Well, look, Mark, NBA Cup, the New York Knickerbockers winning it against the Spurs. But let's face it, after the Orlando Magic got eliminated in the semi-finals, no one really cared after that. The world stopped watching.
I mean,
at least we got beaten by the eventual winners. That's something you can go, okay.
If the Magic had beaten the Knicks, the question is, would the Magic have been able to topple the Spurs?
Obviously, definitely.
I don't think they would.
I think they would have won by 48 points.
No.
Definitely, Mark. They would have won it.
Brunson is playing a solid game of recent, and they have moved the team around since when he joined a little bit. But having Cat on the team, it's clearly gelling. They're clearly the Knicks becoming a force. We saw it last season in the playoffs. Looking at the Knicks, thinking, okay, could they be going somewhere? He had Spike Lee on the front and was practically having a heart attack, where he was thinking, that's it, we're going to the finals. Like, Spike was there, wasn't he?
Yeah, there was one moment where he was shouting at the ref. That was really funny.
I love it.
Legend.
I love the passion. And you were talking in another podcast we did recently about showing the beauty of the game and the passion for it. But when you see the fans and they're that into it, but it like the games matter, and that's what I really liked about seeing New York win. You go, it made the game matter. Whereas when I say the first one was won by LeBron, and you go, the only reason that reason I hated it is because it was LeBron won the first trophy, not the Lakers won it, and that's what I hate about it, because it's like another stat for him to pad, and that's all it ever comes across now, and that's the one thing that you can't get away from with some of the modern game. I think that's not it. It might have started with LeBron. It's not his fault.
You mean like the franchise player becomes bigger than the team?
Yeah, and it's not his direct fault, although it all happened around him, because the reality was he was 18, came into the league, had this amazing opportunity. He obviously is a talented person, and he spends a lot of money on his health, and he does really good things. So you can't argue with that in that respect. You don't have to like his character. He does what he does. But now it's like the torch has got to be passed. You see someone like the Lakers, they got Luka now, and they're like, we've got a new franchise player who's banging in like 40-point games. Like we don't need someone who's just getting 10 points and limping along because he's like, I can do it while getting paid 50 plus million a year. Like they don't need that anymore.
Talking of the youth of the NBA, I really felt for the San Antonio Spurs. I mean, look, you get into the quarterfinals against the Lakers and you see the referees putting on their Laker jerseys underneath their referee tops and stuff like that. But they make it past the Lakers and they get to the semi-finals against OKC and it was like, damn. I mean, I don't know about you, but I thought whoever wins this is probably going to win it.
I did.
And they beat OKC, the Thunder, in dramatic style at the end. And then they lose to the Knicks in the final. It's like, damn. I felt for them.
I like the Thunder because the Thunder are like the Spurs and they're a young team and they're gelling. And I like seeing that. Magic are the same, where they're young cores and they're all trying to work together. My only criticism of OKC is I really don't like Shea. I really, I think he's a terrible role model player because...
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, why?
Why? Seriously? Like the way he fishes for fouls and the way that he, you know when you talk about like the Reggie sort of push off with Jordan, he does it to such an extent that even LeBron would probably call him up for like, mate, you're flopping. And
wow, if LeBron says that.
Yeah, it's that bad. It's to a point where he'll do something and they slow-mo it. But the problem is he is so bad at doing it, he does it and you can see that he's thinking about, this is how I'm going to get some points. There was a stat that came out and it was something like he went to the line 20 times or 28 points he got from the line or something, and the other team in total got something like 9. Like there's things like, there's stats for loads of games where that's
being helped along.
Well, yeah, because he basically fishes for fouls.
But Mark, look, when you talk about that, you got to talk about the Lakers. They go to the line. I can't comment on this season.
No, he eclipses that by a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like big time. And do you know the funny thing is, it was something that you said to me a few years back, and I never really appreciated it.
What did I say? What did I say? Some pearls of wisdom?
Maybe not that much, but it was about you don't understand what it's like being the referee until you're seeing it from their point of view.
Okay.
And when you see Shea, he's looking where the refs are when he's trying to draw the foul. So he's doing it in such a way that he knows if I do this at this angle, they are going to call that because from that angle, it looks like them. And in the game, they're going to look like that. Now we have these challenges that you can have in a game, but you can only have so many challenges. And there was one the other week where they did it. It was against Minnesota. And Shea was basically trying to get Anthony Edwards, and he completely milked out a foul. And Edwards was like, I didn't even touch him. He was like as far away as I am to you, and flopped. And the ref gave it, and everyone was like, wow, no, sure. Fast forward to the rest of that game, Ant was like, right, I'm just taking that ball, I'm taking it to him.
We're talking about Anthony Edwards. I'm loving the beef online at the moment between Anthony Edwards and Durant. I think they're mates, but at the same time, I'm loving the Durant coming in and going, man, you got like 5 kids in 5 states. Shut up. Flirting online. I'm loving it.
So he said when he came into the league that his favourite player was Durant.
And really?
Yeah, that's what he always said. And he's like,
oh yeah, we did talk that. And we had that magic moment in the Olympics where one of them, I can't remember which way around it was, put up an alley-oop for the other one.
Yeah, that's right. And he was like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And he.
So it sounds like friendly beef online then.
Look, do you know what? They're not mincing their words. They're both players who are very outspoken. So they mean exactly what they're saying, but they also both know the game. And the game is they're there to entertain. So they know that if they publicly say these things rather than just snipe, like when you go on in trash talk online, it's different to if you trash talk in a game.
Who are you trash talking online, Mark?
You.
Do you? I stopped looking at. As soon as this show started, I stopped looking at comments online.
Yeah, that's never good.
It'd be like, how dare you insult French basketball? How dare you? How dare you do a poor impersonation of? Who should I do? I think I did Trump and I did Bill Clinton. I did a few. How shocking. Well.
So anyway, NBA
Mark,
Cup. We've
biggest NBA Cup winners and losers.
Mm.
Who's your winner? Who's your hero? Who's your biggest loser?
I am. Do you know what I'm gonna say? I'm actually gonna say, just going into the semi-finals, I'm gonna say the biggest loser was Miami. Weirdly enough, because they played against the Magic
In the quarterfinal.
Mm.
Well, they went up against a juggernaut then, Mark. That's why.
I just the reason I think they're a loser is I don't think they should have been there, and they were there, and it was like, really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm Thunder, not surprised at all. I'd say the win. Obviously, Knicks is the biggest winner, just because everything that they did last season, people were willing them to do so well when it got to that. It was, I had them going so far in my little, in our little, annual. Let's make a bet, see who's going to come in the finals. And I was so close with them, thinking they've got something in that team. So it's really nice to see them win it, because they've moved a few players around since then. So
it's one of the biggest franchises of worldwide, isn't it? Like up there, top 10, isn't it?
Oh, it's top 3, because basically it was always
It's
LA
Dallas Cowboys, is it? I don't know.
No. So it always was LA Lakers,
Lakers
and the Knicks were the 2 biggest NBA
of all sports.
Possibly up there with all sports, yeah.
So,
do you know why? It's purely because of people want to go to LA for tourism. People want to go to Madison Square Gardens because it's in New York. So they literally get so much footfall on it being infamous. And Madison Square Gardens, you've been there, it's all right. It's not an amazing stadium.
I've never been to Madison Square Garden. I'd love to.
Have you not?
I've seen it from the outside.
Oh, I thought you went in. No,
I'd love to go in.
it's all right. It's like when you go to some of the other places, you're
Mark,
like,
it can't be all right. That's got history. You said you looked around. You must be able to smell the sweat of the boxing, the basketball, the hockey, everything that's gone in there.
Now that is what it is. So
legacy.
When you go to that place, you go there and you go.
You can breathe it in, can't you?
Well, they have like weighing scales at the top and stuff where they go, well, this is where they weighed for this fight, and those scales, and there's this and there's that, and that's the legacy. Whereas from a basketball fan, you go, yeah, I want to see the Knicks stuff. But when you go to Madison Square Garden, you go, it's bigger than just basketball. There's more. There's people have played concerts there. So it's
I've never been there, but it must be great to stand there and go, Muhammad Ali stood here.
See that exactly, and that's the thing. It's a different thing. It's a different thing to going to the Kia Center and seeing the Magic play, because you go, that's a cool arena, but
that's like a life experience, Mark.
Yeah, but MSG it's its own thing. So you've been to Staples. You went to Staples Center, didn't you?
Yes. That's pretty cool.
And, imagine what it was like when you went to, say, the Forum in years gone by. The old LA Forum.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the same sort of thing.
I guess it would be the same thing of the statues outside of LA were really cool to see. Imagine Shaq, Magic.
Imagine Boston
Kareem.
Garden. Imagine the original garden.
Yeah.
That's what it would have been like. Because MSG wasn't originally that place.
We got to bring this up because you're an absolute disgrace. Let's highlight this again to all our listeners. You had a piece of the Boston Celtics floor and you kept it in your car, and then you sold the car and lost it. You are a disgrace.
What's even worse is it was a Gary Payton card that had this bit of seating on it. That's the bit I miss. I don't care about that seat.
You're a disgrace.
Yeah. That is shocking. I even remember that was my Honda Prelude import. That was lovely.
Look, we got a signed picture of Larry Bird up there. That's quality. Anyway, look, my winners and losers. My biggest loser, I'd say, is the San Antonio Spurs, knocking out OKC, and it's like, wow, this is their moment. And I think my winner is going to be the NBA itself. Like, the NBA Cup is going from strength to strength, and I think every year it's just legacy. So that'll be mine.
Right, I agree.
Go on, Mark. What Dallas news have you got?
Right, let's do it quick. I'll keep it as painless as possible.
Come on, let's talk about that young legend.
Cooper Flagg.
He's quality.
42 points.
Quality.
42 points from an 18-year-old. Can you imagine that? You're 18 years old and you've just scored 42 points in the NBA. At what point are you sitting there thinking, my life might turn out okay? What a player.
So how old is he now? He's 18.
18. He turned...
And LeBron did it when he was 19, wasn't it? Or Kobe? Who was it? Or was it both
Kobe.
of them?
Kobe did, they both did it. So I've got the stats here. But he's turning 19 now, right? So here are some of the records. This is on NBA.com. You can go read it out. I'll read it out for you. So in points, he is third. Only LeBron James, who had 625, and Kobe Bryant had 539, have more points than him as an 18-year-old. He's got 526 points.
Legend.
Right? In rebounds, he's fourth.
Legend.
For an 18-year-old. Above him, Bill Willoughby, 288. T-Mac, 269. And LeBron James, 184. And he got 178.
It's in rebounds so far.
In rebounds so far. Well, yeah, and he's now turning 19. So he's
Are those stats based on them finishing their first season or where he is now?
No. When they were 18 years old.
Got it.
So it's all about all of these stats.
LeBron and Kobe came in earlier though.
Yeah, LeBron and Kobe both came in when they were 18.
Yeah, from high school.
Yeah. So, but he was going to play it, but that's why
he came from Duke, right?
Yeah, but he only played one season.
Yeah, but what I mean is they've got a year on him, haven't they?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, look, he's been he's been doing all right, but so what was interesting about rebounds? He's one rebound ahead of Dwight Howard.
Wow.
And you look at things.
Legend.
Yeah. So assists, he's second only to LeBron.
Legend.
Ahead of T-Mac by 1 and ahead of Kobe by 7. So he got 99 assists. By the time. So even just that on its own, by the time I'm 18 years old, haven't quite turned 19, and I've got 99 assists in the NBA. Just that on its own, you go, that's a bloody stat and a half, isn't it?
Mm.
Steals, 5th with 35.
Legend.
Yep. Again, who's the names are on there? It's Bill Willoughby, but you've also got T-Mac, LeBron James, and Kobe Bryant, all with 49, and he had 35. Like, they're all the same names that keep coming up. This minutes played: LeBron James, T-Mac, Kobe Bryant. Who else? You got double doubles: LeBron James, Bill Willoughby, and Dwight Howard. 20-point games, only LeBron. It's really, and you go down all these stats.
I think the saying is he's in good company.
Yeah, but
he's putting himself around good company as far as the stats that he's around.
Yes, so it's really interesting to see what.
So was it Cooper Flagg? He scored 42 points in a game, and that was against the Jazz.
Yeah,
and that he became the youngest NBA player to hit 40 plus in a game.
Yeah,
wow.
But the way he's done it and the way he's doing it, you think of who's on the team with him at the moment. There's no surprise, obviously, this year. Everyone knows Dallas has gone through a little bit of turmoil at the end of last season and the beginning of this.
Can I ask you as a question as a Dallas Mavericks fan?
Yes.
If what do you let's say Cooper Flagg comes in and you've still got Luka in the team. What are your thoughts rather than Anthony?
Not having.
You're in a better situation.
Well, yes, you're always in a better situation having him than Anthony because Anthony doesn't play because he's always injured. So there's one. Anthony's perpetually injured, and that's no good. You've got a big guy with a big salary who's not doing court time, and if he is, it's minimal, and his impact's not great.
He did have a pretty good contribution the other day against Philadelphia 76ers, Mark.
I mean, okay, that's great. You could also say Embiid had got 28 points one game, but then that'd be one game, and then he won't play for 20. Like there's no consistency with him. So what I will say though is, would Luka Doncic be a good role model for him? No.
Oh.
No. Do you know who would be a good role model for him?
Michael Jordan?
Nope. The person who I'd imagine is whispering in his ear. Dirk Nowitzki. Because you look at him and you go, arguably similar guys, tall, built,
Well,
shooters.
He's an exciting player. You've got to give him
Very
that.
exciting.
He's such an exciting player, and he is definitely the most exciting young star in the league at the moment, and
I don't like how they got him.
A future
but
cornerstone player.
Yeah, I don't like how they got him, but they've got him. And all I'll say is this.
What do you mean don't like how they got him?
Well, the reason that they got the number 1 pick, Dallas got the number 1.
Sorry, I see what you're saying.
Like, Dallas were at like 7% chance of getting
Are the
number 1
Lakers
pick.
happy with that?
I'm sure they would be.
Would they have rather had Cooper Flagg?
No, because they need to win now.
Okay.
You got...
And look, they got Bronny James to help them do it.
Yeah, you got to give up Bronny. Look, tinfoil hat time, but let's put it this way. The NBA needed to have Luka in the Lakers. When we were talking about the big teams that have the money, the teams that have the money in the NBA at the moment, Dallas has a lot of money. And the fans, they put a lot of money in.
Could they give us some of that money, Mark?
It'd be nice. I would
I
very
will
much
wear
love that.
a Dallas Mavericks jersey if they can give me some money. I may put an Orlando Magic underneath it, but I'd wear it.
How much would you have to be paid to just wear the jersey but not have a Magic thing instead?
Well, if they sponsor a show, I'll do it.
Wow. Okay.
And I'm not putting a figure on to say sponsor the show, I'll do it. That could be $10. I'll do it.
Jeez.
Because that'll be cool if the Mavericks sponsor you. We have to do a Dallas Mavericks show.
That'd be amazing.
But
Yeah.
look, this Cooper Flagg dude,
I think
he's put the stats that he's putting out there at the moment. He's putting himself around names such as LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Tracy McGrady. And look, that's an amazing start to his NBA career.
it is. All I'll say is this. When you watch
You
Jordan,
say that, look, all I'll say is...
is that when you watch Jordan's thing on Netflix, when you watch any of these 30 to 30s, when you watch anyone who's talking with the great players, the real great players, look at Kareem's, look at all of them, they will all say they had people in the team who mentored them. And like Jordan would talk about people who would be like beating him up and stuff and knocking him around in his first years. The same goes for when you listen to the Bad Boys and how they were brought up.
That's great. Who's Jordan's mentor? Who is Jordan's mentor in the team?
He had quite a few, didn't he?
That's a question.
I think he goes into it with, it wasn't Charles Oakley, I'm trying to think who it was. I've forgotten the name off the top of my head. But there was a couple of the big dudes who they were like, yeah, they just used to just smack me down and just put me in my lane. But it was those sort of things that you'd have and you go, okay, in the same way that you have on the Pistons, they'd have people who were like the internal enforcers, so to speak, to make sure that everyone's like not stepping out of line. In an argument, you could say that Rodman was one of those because he was such a lunatic for the way that he played that they had to give him a lot of leave.
But he looked up to a lot of those players. And the one I love is, I think it's Joe Dumars. When he came into the squad, he was like, I had a poster of Isaiah Thomas on my wall at college. And now I'm running up and down, warming up in my first Detroit Pistons practice. I mean, he's got Isaiah going, right, I've got you. I mean, that's
But that's
amazing.
what I'm thinking. When you look at some of these players, look at Kobe. Who did Kobe have to rely on? He didn't. But then he had Shaq. And then he had Phil
Jackson.
So he had people to mentor him. And when you look at Cooper Flagg, you look at it and go, who's he got mentoring him? Okay, you got Kyrie. That's not a bad mentor in terms of being on the ball and being aware on the court. You can't argue with that. Jason Kidd, one of the best passers. You can't argue with those guys. But who's the big? The only person I can think of is the guy who's Dallas based. That's Dirk. So they got to be using him. They have to be. If you've got a big guy like that, if you don't sculpt them, they don't turn out very well. And you've got to look at, I want to say not Dwight Howard. It's not a bad example, but he didn't maybe have the coaching that he could have had, and he sort of flaked out a little bit and then made a bounce back when he came back to the Lakers. But his first time round, he was causing all sorts of problems because he just
If you haven't
didn't
seen
have
it,
that mentorage.
go on YouTube and do a search for Dirk Nowitzki during the NBA Cup. I think it was at the end of the game. He's talking about how he shoots, and how he's. I'm moving my hand as I do this. How he uses his two main fingers to release the ball, like either side.
Yeah, that's his like.
And I kind of did it and went, man, I don't do that. It's really interesting. It kind of you have to practice that.
That's
one.
his like sniper's V shot, isn't it? The way he does
yeah,
it.
Like he says, if it's off, it can go left or right. And he kind of basically said, if it goes left or right, you mucked up. If it's short, okay, or long, okay, this.
Yeah,
because it just can't go left or right.
It's just an accuracy thing.
But anyway, yeah,
it's real interesting that they're doing that. But look, we've got to talk about the NBA. Finally, wrap up. That there are Christmas Day games. We just say that there's like 4 or 5 Christmas Day games. Mavs are playing, which is nice.
Americans don't.
I like the
do Christmas like we do, though, do they?
78th edition of the NBA on Christmas Day.
There's no way anyone would be playing football on Christmas Day over here.
No.
We do it the day after, when no one can play.
This is the 18th year in a row that they're having it, and they got 5 games on. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I want to just talk about that NBA and FIBA. Because they've just mentioned it literally today. They mentioned that basically...
Is this breaking news, Mark?
Kind of. That
I'll give you a breaking news jingle. Breaking news.
Oh, we could always do a...
Oh, breaking news. Now on Talking Basketball Podcast, Mark Chester with breaking news time.
Well, the NBA has just basically said the NBA and FIBA are moving forward in January to explore how they develop the professional league in Europe. And they've literally announced that today. And I think that's really interesting because they're openly saying, you think the NBA and FIBA are effectively kind of the 2 leagues, aren't they? It's
just going to it's going to be the Euro League, and they're going to call it NBA Euro League. But it's I think what the Euro League is, with the NBA brand.
But it's fascinating that that's really coming to an advanced talk situation, and they're like saying January we're trying to ramp this up. So they're even announcing the, like, we all know that all of these organizations never say anything until it's literally just about to happen or just about to do it. So the fact that they've announced that and said, no, January, these talks are real. We're really going for it. I think that's a big deal.
See what happens.
So
see what happens. Be good to go and see some NBA Europe action in London. Like I said, they need to bring all the continents in and have an NBA World Cup.
Yeah, not like what they're doing with the All-Star game, where it's...
That is your biggest golden nugget right there, Mr. Silver. Yeah. Hold that trophy up. The World Cup. NBA World Cup.
The only reason they won't do that...
Super Cup.
Only reason they won't do that is the money involved.
Europe might win?
Yeah, the money involved in the franchises. The Lakers sold for $10 billion, I think it was.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so if you think that sort of money, was it 6.6 they paid for Boston, I think it was. So the money that's involved in these teams, Mavs were sold for $3 billion. Like the money they've made, the money they've made for these teams is frightening. So all the players and all the costs and everything is so high now that they are.
What would you do if I just said, Mark, you got £1 billion in your bank?
Honest answer?
No, I want you to make something up. Yes, your honest answer. What would you do? Mark, it's just happened. $1 billion.
Genuinely, I would try and find a way to build multiple indoor arenas.
Wow. In the UK?
In the UK.
Oh, there you go.
Because I think we don't have the indoor arenas. I know we bang on about it a lot.
Even in Southampton?
No.
That's out of order.
You draw the line somewhere.
You got to do one there now. That's out of order.
They got one there. That's fine.
No, got to give them a better one now.
I'll buy them some extra chairs with pads.
That's good.
But no, I genuinely, I think that's what it needs. I would rather have, and it makes this man sound silly, but I would rather have, the big warehouses and those sort of areas. Like they've done in Caledonia, where it looks like a warehouse on the outside, but on the inside, they've done like a 3,000-4,000 seater stadium. I would rather have lots of cities have that, where there's a decent place that you can go play basketball and people could get a crowd of 2,000-3,000 people, because that will sustain the club money-wise. There's a space where people can play. It's safe. You get loads of youth clubs. You can build a whole ecosystem, just like Newcastle, Leicester, and all those teams have done. And then it becomes sustainable.
And all we need is you to get £1 billion in your bank to do it.
I mean, it seems...
Fingers crossed.
Seems achievable.
Fingers crossed. Right. NBA wrap up.
NBA wrapped up for Christmas. That's
Cooper
nice,
Flagg
isn't it?
dominating
Yeah. Good job, Coops.
to
Keep it
Christmas time.
up. So ends another edition of Talk Basketball Podcast. Once again, thank you for listening. If you haven't gone on our socials, go check them out and drop us a message and tell us what you want to talk about on the next show. Thanks for listening. I've been Mark.
I've been Paul. Good night.